everybody. I'm Victoria Simmons with the Georgia Post, and my co-host this week is Kristi Watkins.
Hello.
And our guest this week is Patrice Walker, Crawford County's Tax Commissioner. Welcome.
Hello.
We're glad that you're here.
Thank you.
There's a new system coming up for purchasing tags called Drive. Okay. And Miss Patrice is going to tell us all about it today, what it is, what you need to do, and anything else that you need to know about it. So go right ahead.
Well, the first thing that I want to tell you is the program that we've been using since 2000 is called Gratis, and it's been a really good program, but you can imagine how full it is. It was not a web-based program, it was the old style, dot matrix, I think.
Ooh.
And so it's obsolete pretty much. So the state of Georgia spent $110 million on this new program, and it's going to be interactive. You can go on and start a title application. You'll be able to cancel your own registration on your vehicle tag, by yourself by logging in. You can sign up for email renewal notices to come to your home. It's really awesome. We have been preparing for this transition for over a year. Started out last July. We had to have all of our new equipment, new computers, new monitors, new scanners, all kinds of new stuff. That was about $24,000 for our county that the county commissioners graciously, agreed to pay for. They didn't have much choice, actually.
Kind of mandatory in the state,
right.
Yeah.
But every county in the state, all 159 counties are going to be on this new program. It's not like most transitions. The Memorial Day weekend, Gratis will shut down on Friday, and Drives will start up on Saturday.
Wow.
And we will no longer have Gratis anymore, so that's a little terrifying. But they have trained us well for this. All of the ladies in my office have been through 3 different tiers of training. We started out just playing in the sandbox is what we call it. Just trying to get used to the different places we can go in the system. And then that escalated to Tier 2 training, where we actually do the processes that we do in Gratis, those same processes we do in Drives, to make sure we can keep it continuous. Then Tier 3 training was at Macon State College in Macon. We went for a 2-day training where we were actually able to work in it live. And then I had an additional day of training. But we're very excited. We've all 159 counties been working very hard.
So did they transfer all that information that's already in the old system over to, did you have to do
They
that?
are.
Or the
No,
other? That's good.
they did that. Yeah.
So we're kind of coming into the 21st century with all the new technology.
Yes,
and
yay.
Yeah, a lot of things are becoming
That's
outdated.
right. And it's going to eventually tie into the driver's license program for Department of Driver Services. It has a lot of different entities. Law enforcement has a part of it. It's really good.
What about people who aren't computer savvy? Believe it or not, there are still people that don't want to go online.
There sure are. Yeah. You don't have to. You don't have to. You just come into our office again. We have much easier ways to search for you in this new program. We can even just type in your address and come up with your car tags.
Oh, wow.
But it's still always best to bring your tag numbers, but it is easier for us to do that now.
So this is basically just kind of lightening your load, or the counties within Georgia, in a way if they want to do it online.
Yes.
So to where you're not always.
It'll speed up the process.
That's right.
Yeah.
When you come into the office, well, at first I'm going to tell you to expect delays.
At first, yeah.
Yes. Right. But then once everyone gets the hang of it, the customers and us, you'll be able to log in, start a title application, and we'll have it in the database so that when you walk in the door, it's saved, and we just go on and complete that application for you, or but you can actually cancel your own registrations, which is really good because that takes up a lot of time. That of us doing it, it does.
So people who, it's going to take place in May, people who have to renew in May or June, what would you tell them?
We are asking that anyone who has a May or June birthday, that they renew their tag prior to May 20th, because services will be less, we'll have less availability of the network from May 20th until we go live on May 28th. And in fact, in my office, we will be closed on Monday for the holiday, and then we won't open to the public on Tuesday. So we need you to, if your birthday falls around, or you need to do title work, you want to take a boat to the lake for Memorial Day, renew early. Make sure you've gotten all your stuff taken care of before the holiday.
Okay. So, will you be able to you'll be able to pay for your tag as well online if you go through?
No.
No? Okay.
But what our office does, we don't do the online renewal yet, but what we will do is if you call us, we'll run your debit card and then we'll drop it in the mail to you. So we'll just do it right there. It's real quick and easy. We've been doing that for a couple of years now, and we're happy to do it.
I know it's going to be kind of intensive at first because, you're learning things. The public's got to be educated with it as well. But how much do you think it's going to overall reduce your workload or the time spent doing that, compared to the old way?
Well, I don't know that's going to save us time, actually, because it's still the same process.
Okay.
And we still have to, look through all the paperwork that the customer brings in, make sure everything's okay and good. And so as far as saving a lot of time, I don't know that it will. It's just going to be better for everyone because the reports are different. It's just going to make everybody be able to be on the same thing. And in the state of Georgia, all 159 counties, everything will be the same. Our titles are going to be changing. Right now, they're a 3/4 page of a page, and in drives they'll be 8.5 by 11. Right now, if you need a T serial plate for your homemade trailer, those T serial plates are free, but once drives goes in, they'll be $5. Disabled placards will still be free. Temporary tags are free. That's all I can think of, but it's just going to be an easier way to do it.
Sounds like interesting. So, how intense was the training?
Well, very intense. It's scary. Tanya and I have been in the office for almost 20 years, and we've been using that same program 20 years. We know it inside and outside.
But when you first started, though,
you did
You
it.
didn't
did.
know.
Right. So
Right.
it's it's always one step at a time, and it's a process of getting it.
Mhm.
So,
But we've worked really hard for the taxpayer to learn what we need to learn and to be prepared for this changeover. So we're hoping that it'll just be smooth as glass.
Yeah, and as humans, we just don't really like change anyway, especially major changes like that.
And it is major. Like I said, the state of Georgia spent $110 million on this program. And I hope you've seen commercials. You'll hear radio ads.
we have the advertisement in the paper this week to
Yeah.
give you all the information.
That's right. And so we're really trying to get the word out to let you know that if you have a May or June birthday, you renew your tags prior to May 20th.
Which, let's see, that's the week after Mother's Day, so, yeah.
Week before Memorial Day.
Yeah. So, what else is going on in your office? Any other changes,
Well, next Monday, Tanya and I will be going to the Georgia Association of Tax Commissioners Conference in Athens. We'll be there 4 days. So we'll even be getting the latest updated information on drives there. This is the first time Tanya's ever been to that, so
Wow.
she's really excited. My third time, I think, and you learn so much. We have intense classes every day from breakfast till dinner. We're in classes all day and working hard again for the taxpayers of this county.
Yeah, and this is kind of a, I guess you'd call it the technology age, because things are always changing in that area and always something to learn.
Always.
So,
Yeah.
so what else is going on? When is the next tax sale going to be?
We're looking at the first Tuesday in October again this year. It just seems to work out best with the timing. We can get the tax sale out of the way before tax bills are due. And, and it's a 5-month process, so we have to wait till the 5As are filed before we can even start the process of a tax sale. So, but want to remind everybody, if you do have taxes that are due, that we do take partial payments, and you can come in and you can start a contract with us. And, if it's possible that you're up for the tax sale, don't panic. There are still options, and we'll work with you. So.
And you take credit cards?
We do.
Okay.
We do. Credit card company, because we're a government office, we can only take the amount that is due us. And so the credit card companies do charge a fee, and it's billed separate on your bank statement too. It's just the amount of the fee. It's $1.95 on car tax or 2%, $3.95 on property tax or 3.5%.
Yeah.
But if you go online to the CrawfordCountyGA.org website, you can do an e-check. That costs $1.50. So there are lots of options. Or we still take a check in the mail or walk in with a check, however you want to pay. That's right. Or cash. That's right.
Yeah, credit card companies do charge. We can't collect that fee at all, so.
So that comes out of yours. See,
Yeah.
And I can't do that. I have to have what I collect to the penny, so.
Yeah, well, we would like to, but
Yeah.
we can't. So what are your hours again?
We're open 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, so you can come during the lunch hour. There are 4 of us in the office, and we're always glad to help you.
And so y'all, but starting the 20th through the, what is that, 27th?
29.
29. Y'all, your office will still be open, but yet you won't be able to process anything.
That's right. Motor vehicle shuts down on Thursday at noon, and we will not be able to process anything for your motor vehicle until Tuesday. And we will be in the office on Tuesday, but depending on if we have issues, whether we'll let the public in,
Right.
we'll just have to wait and see how it goes. We will be able to take your property tax payments, though, even if motor vehicles shut down on Friday. It'll be all day on Friday that we will not take any motor vehicle, but we will take your property tax.
Okay, so that's Thursday, May 20th. That you won't be able to start it. You won't be able to do anything for about a week. Yeah, because you never know when they start up with that. There's usually all kind of problems when
Yeah.
they
Always
change up.
glitches.
That's
Yeah,
right.
some kind of
Always a
glitch.
glitch.
Yeah, that's right. So, yeah. Well, what else can we say about the tax commissioner's office? You are in the new building, the government complex building.
Yes, it's so beautiful. And for the first year, we had a pretty small office, but they have expanded our room, and so we'll have 2 additional windows to wait on customers, and I'll be able to have a window to wait on customers too. So that's great. We feel like we can breathe again. But that building is so beautiful, and it's just a pleasure to go to work there every day. You can look outside and see the sun. It's just an amazing place. We feel professional and just we're really, really happy there.
Yeah, that was just a blessing for
Yeah.
Crawford County, because
It sure was.
having to build a complex would have cost millions of dollars. So it's at the old Central Georgia Tech building. So in case someone out there hasn't been there, you do need to go out there. It is beautiful. So
That's right, 640 Georgia Highway 128.
you can't miss it. It has the sign out by the road. So and your office is, when you go in the door, it's on the, you can almost walk right into it, right?
That's right. And there's a directional sign there too. If you can't know, our pictures are on the wall.
Oh, yes, I love that about the building. It's just like, everybody that works in that office, their photos are right there on the wall.
That's right. So
Well, actually, that's kind of neat because not everybody knows their name,
Right.
So, but you might know their face, or you might know their name and not their face. Some people, I guess. But
And you'll know who's waiting on you.
yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, it's a really nice place out there. I'm really happy for the county that they got that. So.
And we have Tanya, Deputy Tax Commissioner, and Sheila, who is a clerk, and Amanda, who is a clerk. And they've both been with us now almost 3 years. Sheila has already been there 3 years, and Amanda's coming up on 3 years. So,
Tanya's been there for a long time.
oh, very long time. I think she's just had her 17th anniversary
Wow.
with the county.
Well, it's good to have that contingency.
Oh, yes.
Because she knows everybody now.
That's right. Yesterday was her birthday, and she was out celebrating with her family, and there was one customer that came in and said, "Where's Tanya?" And when Tanya wasn't there, that customer turned around and left.
They only wanted her to help her.
Didn't think any of us could wait on her like Tanya.
Well, that's kind of neat. That's kind of the way it is in a small community
That's
like
right.
that. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's really kind of neat. There's probably a lot of other people that would only want you to help.
That's true, too.
So, well, Patrice, it sounds like this is an exciting time for y'all. I know, like you said, there's a little bit scary, but I'm sure, weeks down the road, you'll look back and say, wow, I'm glad we did that.
We're very, very excited about it and ready to get in it and work in it every day and do the processes the way they need to be done. We're really excited.
Well, at least the state's got on board and, on trying to keep up with the technology and everybody doing a lot of the stuff online.
Mhm.
So.
That's right.
It really helps out, I guess, more of the kids. I mean, I'm the office, I like to go into the office and.
Me too.
Right.
Face to face personally.
Mhm.
I don't like doing a lot of shopping online. I want to touch it. I want to see it.
Yeah. A lot of people, but the younger
I know.
people,
I know.
that's where we're headed, so.
I know, unfortunately, because it kind of makes us antisocial, though, and also closes down a lot of mom and pop shops. So.
Yeah,
So.
that is definitely a downside to it.
But as you said, that's the wave of the future, and one day we won't be here. It will be all these kids that's all they know. So.
We'll leave it up to them.
Yeah, that's
Figure
right.
it out.
That's right.
Oh, well, we appreciate you coming in today and tell us that this program is called Drives, and it takes, it starts off on May 28th.
Mhm.
Okay. But do know that from May 20th to 29th, you won't be able to do any kind of registrations, and that your office is going to be closed on, what day is that?
On Friday at 1 o'clock, we'll close to the public and then open again Tuesday, probably around 1 o'clock. Just depends.
Okay, but it depends that day on how the startup went, whether or
That's
not you
right.
can do any registrations that day. So you might want to wait till after that day.
Or just
to
do
get-
it before, please.
Yeah, or call, yes, or try to do it
And what's
before May
y'all's-
20th.
And speaking of calling, what is your phone number?
836-3575.
836-3575. So y'all stop by and talk to Patrice sometime just to say hello. I'm sure there's not hardly anybody in this county that doesn't know her or one of them in the office.
And just go out there and visit the
Yeah,
new
the
building. It's beautiful.
It
The
is
complex.
beautiful.
And tell the commissioners how much you like it. Well, we hope that you've enjoyed this edition, and Patrice, we thank you for being here, and we look forward to this upcoming. Miss Patrice was here talking to us about the Drive program, and now it's just Kristi and I left or to talk about upcoming things going on in the community. For one thing, if you need a new mattress, the Crawford County High School football team is having a mattress fundraiser, and the money is going to be used for helmets and uniforms. And that's on this Saturday, May 4th, from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the high school. So go by and check them out if you're in the market for a new mattress or if you need an extra mattress. So, in this week's paper, you'll find out who the business of the quarter is. What else is going on, Kristi?
Oh, well, I don't know if you've noticed, but there's some things going on downtown with the streets. So if you haven't been downtown, go out and check that out and see what the city's been doing to those. We've got the Crawford County High School soccer team. We've got information in there in the paper about how well they did. They went to the state playoffs, so go team.
This was their first year,
yes,
right?
This was their first year, and to make it to state,
that's exceptional.
That's doing very well. Thank you, Coach Holly. The high school track team, they also are in the final round of the state, and that is May 9th through the 11th, so that will be coming up soon. And then, of course, we've got the Jug Fest that's going to be coming up, and we've got information, an update on the students that were hospitalized last week from the high school. So we've got an update on that as well.
So be sure and check that out in this week's edition of the Georgia Post. And don't forget the third Saturday in May, which is the 18th, is the annual Jug Fest celebration here in Crawford County. Also, I think they have the something on the 16th where they have the winners of the
party,
birdhouse contest. So be sure and make note of that. Also in the community, there's registration going on for pre-K and kindergarten. So if you have a little one in that age range, you need to contact us, the Eagle's Nest or Head Start or wherever they might be going for that. Next week is the last week of recreation fall.
Well, yes, this is the last week for our games, and then we'll be starting All-Stars. So we'll go, it's like, it's flown by so quick. I mean, we had a whole list of games, so, I just realized this morning that it's actually the last game for us is next Saturday. So,
Buy and check out a game.
yeah, better get by next week or this week or next week and check out a game because it's ended quick this year.
And how about don't we have a couple of pictures in this week's edition of some of the teams?
Yes, I was able to start getting in the photos for the teams. This week is going to be the blast ball teams. Pam Busby is one of the managers on that. Those kids are as cute as can be. If you've got children that's on those teams, this week is the week to buy the paper on that one. So you can get your kids' photo because they were just as cute as they could be out there that day.
Okay, and let's see, what else is going on in the paper this week? Just be sure and get your copy or edition of this week's edition so you can keep up with your community. We are a locally owned business, and we all need to support our local businesses downtown. So we're one of those, so be sure and support us. And we appreciate our readers, and we appreciate our advertisers and everything that anybody does. If you have any news for us, you want to be highlighted in the paper, no matter what if it's posted on social media or whatever, there's just something about seeing it in the newspaper with your name, because you can actually feel it, and you can also paste it in a scrapbook, or if you have the kind of refrigerator that you can still put a magnet on, it can be posted on the refrigerator. So the newspaper still is important, and people do still read the newspaper. So
yeah.
What else is going on, Kristi? Anything?
I know there's going to be another intergovernmental meeting that's going to be coming up. We are a little bit behind on that. It will hopefully be scheduled within the next week or two. We'll let you know when that is coming up. So
That's to discuss SPLOST, right? The Special Purpose Local Option Sales.
Well, no, this is all the government leaders that get together. So let us, we kind of all meet, let each other know what all, each department, each government entity, the school board, what everybody is doing in the area. And then that way we're not left out on, if somebody asks us a question, we can, kind of answer it to the best of our knowledge of what we were told in that meeting. So, and then, it's basically to get everybody to work together. That's the main point having these meetings. We, you know, it was, the chamber's been trying to get these to where they're on a quarterly session, even though that we're a little bit behind on this one.
But there will be another SPOS meeting as well.
Yes, there will
just
be
hasn't-
another
it
SPOS
just
meeting,
hadn't-
and it hasn't been between the city and the county. That has not been decided on another day either. So we'll let you know on that.
And if you want to know for sure, be sure and pick a copy of the paper, because we do try to stay on top of that for you. If you happen to have purchased a ticket for the fire department's Boston Butt fundraiser, that's also this Saturday from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. It's too late to buy tickets, but don't forget to pick yours up if you purchased one. I think that's at the fire department. Well, I'm sure if you purchased a ticket, you should know. But we appreciate you listening to us today and for subscribing if you subscribe. And anything else we need to say?
Just don't forget, you know, about the tax commissioner's office that's, you know, going to be closed due to their transition on the motor vehicle, the drives, new drives program. So just be sure to get in early and get your tags renewed or get new tags, whatever you need to do.
Before May 20th, if it's due this
Yeah.
month.
Or the beginning of next month.
Yeah, or 1st of June, that's right. So, all right, well, I think that's a wrap up for this week, and we thank you for listening, and we'll see you next week.